CBS 4 at 5:30's Claudia Tristán is live at the shelter with what reps say is keeping the tent city open even longer than expected.
We're here outside of the Tornillo port of entry. We're inside. There is still a shelter for unaccompanied children. Now, Texas reps with the Mexican-American Legislative Caucus took another tour of the facilities today, and they tell us not only are they staying open for longer, but they're also expected to grow.
Today we had a ride along with El Paso Animal Services. They tell us they're responding to triple the amount of calls they receive on a regular day. Now, even right now at this time, they're out on the streets of El Paso patrolling, looking for any pets left outside. They tell us their priority is to keep those four-legged friends safe and alive.
That's right. We're out here at the Chamizal National Memorial. And as you can see right here, these gates are closed, meaning no cars can come inside today. And trust me, we've seen plenty of drivers this afternoon having to do a double take once they reach this gate. It's tight storm drains like this one that U.S. Border Patrol agents have to crawl through. They're trying to find undocumented immigrants making their way to El Paso. Now, agents can come to find chemicals, explosive gases, insects, and even snakes while they're tracking undocumented immigrants. It's not just property damage people out here on Somerset Drive are worried about, but public safety as well. Trucks and orange cones have taken over this street. We're here right in front of the Paso del Norte Bridge in downtown El Paso. For weeks, U.S. and Customs Border Protections has been saying that their holding centers at ports of entry are at capacity. And this morning, they were able to allow 6 asylum seekers to enter and present their claims.
This was really the community coming out to accompany people who are having their rights curtailed by CBP right here on the International Bridge. 4 undocumented immigrant families made their way to the top of the Paso del Norte Bridge to ask for asylum. With immigration advocates around them, they reached the borderline, where U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers stood close by.
We're not saying you cannot claim here. We're not saying come back. We're just saying we cannot process you at this time.
Officer Arnoldo Gomez said they're working to keep port of entry holding areas as safe as possible.
We were at a point where it was not safe, not humane, the way we were at capacity, so we don't want to do that.
Asylum seeker Beatriz Garcia is trying to give her family a life free of violence.
We've been here for 4 days and we just want to seek asylum for the children.
Officer Gomez went to check on capacity for the day before returning to the borderline.
Okay, we'll take that group.
They decided to take 1 family and 2 unaccompanied minors to present their asylum case.
I legitimately had room for 5. We'll take the extra. And considering they're 2 UACs, we're good.
A priest gave them their blessing and wished them luck as they took their first steps on U.S. soil.
Individuals who have left their country because of fear, they have the right to ask for asylum. Now, whether or not they're going to win that asylum remains in the future, and an immigration judge will determine that.
Eating outdoors and soaking up the sun may be fun for your pup, but that warm weather is helping mosquitoes stick around much longer to spread a deadly disease.
If there's mosquitoes, the possibility for heartworms is there.
Dr. Orlando Garza owns East El Paso Animal Hospital. He says this year there have been more positive cases of heartworm across the city.
That worm is pretty much a silent killer because it causes permanent, irreversible damage in these dogs' hearts.
Good job.
Andrew Jara has 4 dogs. 3 have been diagnosed with heartworm.
The first thought was that we forgot to give them the shots, or it had lapsed and we just didn't realize.
But none of the dogs had missed their meds. Benny was the first one diagnosed.
One time when we took him for a walk, he sat down faster than normally and he didn't want to get back up.
Heartworm symptoms can include exercise intolerance, chronic coughing, and fainting. Dr. Garza recommends getting dogs blood tested and using regular preventative treatment.
There's a once-a-month little treat that we can put these guys on. There's a once-a-month topical medication we can put them on. And there's a new 6-month shot that we can give these guys.
Benny has already begun treatment and has had to stay inside because of it. And as Jara prepares to medicate the other 2 dogs, he has one piece of advice.
Just get them checked, especially if you see a bunch of mosquitoes around them, and stay on top of it.
Many heartworm symptoms don't appear until the terminal stages of the disease. That's why it's better to test earlier rather than later. Claudia Tristán, KFOX 14, News at 9.